Hello, hello, and happy Tuesday. Oh, welcome to our Veg Inspired live show. Drop some emojis in the chat. I know we've got somebody tuning in at work. Shh. And let me know where you are tuning in from. I am coming to you right now from Ocala, Florida. That's right. If you follow my journey, you know that I am a real person. I travel full time in a fifth wheel RV with my husband and our cat. So we are in Florida for our snowbird or winter season. Yes, we're excited. There's palm trees brushing behind the screen, and that just makes me so happy. But as I told you, I do have two cats, so do not be surprised if one of them comes up and makes himself known or presents himself. So while I'm talking, feel free to drop your questions in the comments. I'll circle back at the end. I see Abby, you're coming in from Colorado. If you are just tuning in, drop a hey in the chat and let me know where you are. Welcome to our Veg Inspired live show. I am your host, Kathy Davis, a former school teacher turned plant-based accountability coach, three-time plant-based cookbook author, and the CEO of Veg Inspire. I empower high achievers to eat more plants and adopt healthy habits so they can elevate their energy, step into their genius, and crush their ambitions. Drop some fire in the chat if you are ready to finally have the energy to crush your goals and make this happen. I love it. I love it. I love it. I've been eating and creating vegan meals for over 7 years and adopted daily healthy habits, which include following a whole food plant-based way of eating just 2 years ago. And my results have been tremendous. Increased energy, renewed joy, international business growth, 3 cookbooks, weight management, and I did it all naturally without focusing on perfection or adding stress to my day. If you're watching live, I'd love for you to give me a hashtag team live. If you are catching the replay, give me a hashtag team replay. Today's topic is all about mindset, and specifically the mindset toward eating plant-based. And I'd love to have some energy in the chat. We all have preconceived notions about plant-based eating, vegan eating, and vegans in general. And I remember when the concept of plant-based eating was really brought into my world, brought onto my radar screen, I was pretty resistant. I didn't want to be a vegan, right? I didn't want to give up my favorite foods. And fast forward from that was 8 years ago. Fast forward to 2 years ago when I realized that my health and my eating habits were literally out of my control. And I even had reservations then about going from a vegan way of eating to this whole food plant-based way of eating. Change causes some resistance, and it's okay. It's okay that we have that. And next week, I'm going to be digging into my story and more about the feelings and emotions and things that I had to overcome. And I'd love for you to add next Tuesday's live show to your calendar. You know that we go live here each Tuesday at noon, right? So you can pencil that in, make that a date. We can show up, and you can always have a dose of plant-based living, healthy habits, all of that right in your inbox or on your screen every week. So resistance to change is normal, but one of the key concepts to making a change is not only the physical changes, but also your mindset, your thinking, the talking you talks to other people, and the inward self-talk that you have regarding the change. You know, I see a lot of people, they'll be all in on the change until there's an obstacle, and they haven't figured out their response to that obstacle. They haven't figured out the way that they think about that obstacle, and they stumble right back. Right. I love this quote by Socrates. And for those of you in my program, you know that I'm all about those Greek philosophy and those old philosopher comments and quotes. The secret of change is to focus all of your energy not on fighting the old, but on building the new. And I'll say that again. Socrates says the secret of change is to focus all of your energy not on fighting the old, but on building the new. Whether you're presented a business strategy, a health strategy, a fitness strategy, gosh, any strategy that's going to help you get to your goal, your first step should always be to get into the mindset to adopt the strategy, to implement the strategy, to take action on the steps that are in that strategy, on building the new, right? We spend so much time fighting the old. But are you doing this? Are you committing to the strategy? Are you committing to the work that needs to take place to get you from where you are to your goal? Are you stepping back, analyzing the information, inferring what needs to happen, and then leaning into the mindset, the self talk, the things you think and the things you say, both inward and outward? Are you making this change as a person who is committed to building the new? Or are you doing what you've always done? Jumping in with both feet to the do, and getting overwhelmed, frustrated, and giving up, right? Or in the case of food, eating your feelings, eating your frustrations, or literally grabbing anything that's convenient. The mindset work is a crucial piece in setting you up for that win, but also in looking at any times that you are pushed off track as opportunities for growth. You see, in a typical lifestyle change, we look at it as success or we look at it as failure. And what it really needs to be is success or a win or an opportunity for us to learn and for us to grow. And we get so caught up in the scale's not moving, or I'm not meeting my business goals, or I'm not talking enough to enough people. And we're so focused on the number. But what we're missing is, are we setting ourselves up to win? Are we setting ourselves up to acknowledge whatever the outcome as either a win or an opportunity for growth? When your thoughts about your next step are in line with your goal, the facts don't matter. Facts don't matter. I'll say that again. When your thoughts align with your goal, when your thoughts of the next step in your path align with your goal, the way that you think, not the way that you do, but the way that you think. When the way that you think, your thoughts are in line with your goal, the facts don't matter. What I mean is, when your mindset, your thinking is wrapped around your goal, it's held, all your thinking is aligned to that goal. It's all in line with your goal. It's in line with your strategy. You are ready to start taking action because you have the things. The facts about whether you can or can't do it, or have or haven't done it before, those facts don't matter, right? Those facts don't matter. If you believe in your goal, if you align your thinking toward building the new instead of fighting the old, the facts don't matter. The fact that you haven't done it before, the fact that you don't know if you can, none of that matters. As long as you're in line, your actions are in line with your goal, your thoughts are in line with your goal. So how does this relate in real life? Right? So let's say you're sitting there, you're like, by golly, I'm going to eat more plants so that I can crush my goals and make a bigger impact in the world with my business. But you never tell your mind. You don't break down or break through the old thought patterns, your old beliefs about food. You're trying to make a change with an old mindset. You might be successful for a bit. Then you stumble a little bit out of alignment. You have a client meeting at a restaurant, or you meet friends out after work and you aren't sure what to order because you haven't reframed what that looks like, what that situation looks like, what the outcome of that situation is. Or you have an extremely busy and stressful day. We've all had that, right? Drop some love in the chat if you've had those days when you're like, oh my gosh, the world is just chaotic. And instead of slowing down, making a decision that's in line with your goals, you just out of habit order that takeout or pick it up on the way home from work. Not because it's what you wanted, but because you fell back into your old routine. And there you are. You sit comfortably on the couch with your feet up and your takeout, and you're comfortable. And you tell yourself, gosh, that plant-based eating, that doesn't work for me. I'm too busy. That only works for people who aren't busy. That plant-based eating, that's too hard. And you go back to status quo. And you tell people it doesn't work. But what if it does? What about an alternate option? What if you step into that decision to eat more plants so you can crush your goals and make a bigger impact in the world with your business, in your career, in your family? And you start by changing the way you think about food. You reframe your thoughts about what goes on your plate. You look at a plate differently. You think, my gosh, in those social situations, veggies and hummus are the perfect option. Oh my gosh, I'm going out after work. I'm going to pack a sandwich that's plant based so that when I get to the restaurant, I can order a salad and feel good when I get home and feel good when I wake up. You align your actions with your goals. You align your thoughts about food, about life with that goal to eat more plants, to energize your life, to energize your business. Right? This is what I do with my clients. We work together to define your plant based goals. For some people, it's 100%. I want to go whole food plant based 100% SOS free, no oil, no fat, no sugar, no animal products. But for some people, it isn't. We work out a strategy for you. We work on your mindset specifically toward your strategy, right? So that you aren't thrown offline or off track when you're presented in a social situation. So you aren't thrown offline or off track when somebody says, this is the only option, it has oil. Right? You start by taking daily actions that are in line with your strategic plan. Maybe it's one meal a day. Maybe it's more plants at each meal. Whatever those goals are, there's pathway to get there. And it's customized for you. And then we hold you accountable to the actions so that you see the progress. You feel the increase in energy. You feel the transformation. You're excited. You're empowered. Your clients notice. Your families notice. Your friends ask, oh my gosh, what are you doing? You have so much energy. You see, Socrates was right. The secret of change is to focus all of your energy, not on fighting the old, but on building the new. And when we focus our mindset on the new way of life and we accept the lifestyle change that we want to adopt as a way of life, not a short term quick fix, the change is like a snowball. We focus on building a new way of life rather than fighting our old way of life. I spent so many years, and I know this is relatable, so listen up and then drop some relatability in the chat. Maybe a heart, maybe hands up, whatever you got. So many years on different programs and plans. And now looking back, they were all designed to fix or fight the old habits, but not one of them instilled the practice of creating new habits. That's why the past continued to repeat and continue in a cycle of starting again on Monday or joining this next 30-day boot camp or this next quick fix, because we don't build the new habit. We see it as a quick fix. We don't acknowledge in our mind the new habits. We don't change our mindset. We try to put Band-Aids over the old. That doesn't work. We have to pull out those old patterns, those old thought patterns, and we need to lay down fresh new pavement, a fresh new pathway to the you that you know you are destined to be, right? Stepping into that genius that you have. It wasn't until I confronted the old and aligned my thinking, my mindset, and my actions to the new that I was able to see long-term, sustainable, continued results. Long-term, sustainable, continued, right? Week in and week out, day in and day out. I didn't start and stop. I didn't have to restart my whole food plant-based way of eating. It's about the daily habits, about changing your mindset about your actions. So if eating more plants to increase your energy and crush your goals sounds good to you, I want you to change the way you think. Change your mindset about food. Your first step is to see food as nourishment to your body. and to see cooking and preparing food and meals for yourself and for your family as providing nourishment out of love and out of necessity for food as what it is, right? It is what fills us up. It is what gives us the energy to live our lives. I saw something this morning. It was a call to action on how parents can set their kids up for success in school. Okay, it's the same things that would set us up for business. Feed them good food. Make sure you get good sleep. Get them off of the games at outside, right? Give me some love in the chat if you can play outside till the streetlights come home, right? We had fun. That's what we want. We want to build the new. We want to move towards those healthy, defined habits. So once you've changed your mindset, I want you to take 100% responsibility for your lifestyle change. Are you willing to take that personal responsibility over the things that you can control in your life? What does that look like to you? Are you willing to create intentional daily habits that align with your goal? Give me a thumbs up. Give me a heart. Let me know. But more importantly, do you know your goal? I have a special offer to help you move toward that goal. I've opened up my calendar to invite you to chat through your goal. And if you're ready to move from status quo, right, eating the same things, feeling the same way, to eating more plants, to have that energy, have that mind clarity to hit your goals, let's chat. Drop some fire in the emojis if this would be helpful, right? Drop some love in the chat if this goal setting session would be helpful to you. On our call, we'll explore your goal. We'll explore obstacles that might interfere with your goal, and we'll explore a strategy for next steps. But see, there's a key. This call is only open for people who are ready to take action, ready to take personal responsibility, ready to have that goal set in front of them and create that strategy for action. Because if you're ready to take action, you don't have to do it alone. You have resources. I'm here to guide you. It is my mission to help people empower their choices so that they can step into their genius, so that they can show up every day as their best self, so they can crush those big girl goals. So for my secret sauce, here are 3 things you need to do every day to keep your mindset focused on the goal you have. 1, you need to know your goal. So if you don't know your goal, let's chat through that. I know there's many of you that think that would be super helpful. If you're ready to take action, let's get into that. Once you know your goal, the number 1 thing to do is you need to visualize every day, connecting with your goal and visualizing yourself achieving that goal. Is that new clients? Is that a promotion? Is that more energy? What does that look like? How does it feel when you've stepped into your zone of genius and you're making all of this impact, helping your clients through their transformation? How do you feel? Somebody asked me once why I do what I do, and I do it so I can feel the ripple, right? I can empower you to take action, have energy, show up as your best self, and crush your goals. And that creates a ripple because your clients then reach their goals and their clients or their family reach theirs. And it creates a ripple effect of filling our passion. Secret sauce tip number 2, your affirmation. Write it, repeat it, write it, repeat it over and over again. You want to repeat it. You want to stick it everywhere. Maybe it's I am eating more plants so I can step into my genius and crush my goals. Maybe it's I am eating more plants so that I can help more people show up in their genius. Maybe it's I am eating more plants so that I can elevate my energy and make a bigger impact. Whatever it is, attach it to that goal, write that affirmation, post it everywhere. And secret sauce tip number 3 is belief. You need to step into this action with unwavering belief that you can and you will do it. You don't have to do it alone. You don't have to be perfect. But you do need to meet that goal. You do need to take those action steps forward so that you can be the best version of yourself. so that you can show up. You can do it. Take that step back. Reframe your mind around your goal. Get clear on that goal so that you can step into action and show up as your best self. Right? I am here to breathe belief into you. I am here for you. You do not have to take action alone. But this is your time. This is your time right now to take action, to elevate your energy, to make a lifestyle change that supports the goals that you have for your life, for your career, for your business. And it is your time to step into that genius right now. Right? Give me a your time is now, my time is now in the chat. Your time is now. Eat more plants. Make your week amazing. I don't see any questions in the chat. Thank you so much for tuning in. I will see you next Tuesday at noon Eastern, right here for some more plant-based inspirations. Bye.